Hi everybody, and welcome again to ZCodeSystem. Here we developed automated systems to help you win. It doesn't matter what sport you're betting on, we've got you covered. We're going to get into some NBA action for November the 18th, but before we do, I'm going to invite you to join. As always, so you have access to this VIP club section. You see all these tabs here. This, along with everything else, will help you make your picks. So I'm going to dive right into the games, though. There's not a real full schedule, so we're going to take a look at 4 of the games scheduled for that day. And the first one is going to be the Golden State Warriors and the Orlando Magic. You see that both teams are coming in burning hot. Golden State winners of 2 out of their last 3, while the Magic have won 3 in a row. You can see if you look at the over-under, the teams are trending in games under the line most. So you see 3 out of the last 4 for the Magic under, 2 out of the last 4 for the Warriors. The score prediction has a total points of 223, but the confidence in the prediction is very low yet at only 30.4%. So again, we take that with a grain of salt. If we take a look at the power ranks indicator, you can see Golden State is at plus 17, while Orlando now is at plus 14, both on an upward trend. Head-to-head wise, the teams have not yet met this season, so that will not be a factor at all. Take a look at a couple other things. Golden State is only 3-6 on the road, while Orlando is 4-3 at home. The Magic also has an average point differential edge of 1.9 to 0.5, but it's very close, so that's really not that much of a difference there. Let's take a look at something else here before I make the pick. We're going to take a look at the volatility oscillator. You can see here that consistency-wise, this will show how consistent the teams are with regard to their favored underdog status. You can see right now it is Golden State at plus 2 and Orlando at -1. Again, this is early in the season yet. There's still about 85% of the season left to be played. So this isn't really a big thing to look at the moment, but it is worth taking a look at. So in the end, I think this is going to be a Magic win home because of the way that the Warriors struggle on the road. But I'm going to pass on the over/under bet on this one. Next game I want to look at is Detroit and Atlanta. Detroit comes in with the best record in the Eastern Conference, while Atlanta is 4th, and both teams are burning hot at the moment. Look at this, a bunch of green W's across the board here. 6 in a row for Detroit, 5 out of the last 6 for Atlanta. Something has to give in this one. This should be a really interesting and very good game. If we take a look at the over/under, the teams in the last few games have been trending over the line. The score prediction has a point total of 225 points, with Atlanta winning by 5. Confidence in the prediction is pretty high right now at 79%. On the power ranks, Detroit not a surprise up at the top of the league. They've been there for the last week at plus 29. You see the upward rise for Atlanta, steep upward climb over the last few days to plus 24. Head-to-head wise, again, they have not yet met this season either. That's going to be the case most of the time right now because we are still early on in the season. We're going to look at a couple other things. The scoring differential edge is in favor of Detroit at plus 6 to plus 3.9. Atlanta has struggled to a 2-3 record at home, which is a surprising thing. And they've also been the more unstable team. If we go look at the volatility oscillator, more unstable team at the moment, plus 6 for Detroit, -2 for Atlanta. So because of a couple things here, I mean, on paper it looks like it's going to be a great matchup, but the way Atlanta plays at home and how hot Detroit is, I think this is a Detroit win, at least 2 possessions, so at least a 6-point win in a game over the line. Memphis and San Antonio, we're not going to look at that one. We're going to take a look at the Jazz and the Lakers. The Jazz come in ice cold down, just 2-4 over the last 6, while the Lakers are average up 4-2 over the last 6 and 7-3 over the last 10. You look at the over/under, you can see that the teams are trending on opposite sides of the line. 3 out of the last 4 games for Utah have been over the line, and 3 out of the last 4 games for the Lakers have been under the line. The score prediction has a total points of 233 points. That's a rather high point total, but the confidence in the prediction is still rather low at only 59%. Head-to-head wise, again, like all the other teams so far that we've looked at, or games, excuse me, they have not yet met this season. Power ranks, not a surprise here either that Utah is much lower than the Lakers because of the recent, way they've been playing right now. Utah's at plus 8. The Lakers have been holding steady over the last couple of days at plus 20. Stability-wise, See how this fares out. You notice here, it wasn't long ago that there was a big edge here for Utah in stability, but right now it's the Lakers and Utah even in that category. A couple other things we want to look at is the scoring differential edge is 0.2 for the Lakers to minus 5.5 for Utah, so it's a fairly big scoring differential edge. And Utah is only 1-5 on the road, which doesn't look good for them in this contest. So again, I think this is going to be the Lakers at home to continue their hot play in a game going over the line. The last one we want to look at now is the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trail Blazers. Right now, Phoenix comes in 7th in the Western Conference, burning hot, winners of their last 5. Portland 9th in the conference. Teams heading in opposite direction. You can see they are ice cold down. They have lost 3 out of the last 4. Interestingly enough, in this big winning streak for Phoenix, almost every game has been under the line, so defense has played a factor. Phoenix shutting teams down, and Portland, all the games just about have been over the line. The score prediction, which take with a grain of salt again because the confidence is rather low, and we're still a few days out at the time of this recording. 228 points total. Power ranks, a big steep upward climb you see for Phoenix starting on November the 6th, and they have climbed up to plus 21 while Portland is at plus 12. Another thing that I always like to look at is home versus road records. Portland is 3-2 at home, not outstanding, but decent. But Phoenix is only 2-4 on the road. But the Phoenix has a better point differential of plus 4.9 to negative 0.2. So I think Portland, I just have a feeling in this one here. Now Portland, but a couple reasons. Portland is bound to break out of their skid at some point. Phoenix can't stay hot forever. And also, Phoenix is really poor on the road. So I like Portland in this one. I think this is going to be a close game, but Portland's going to win it. But I'm going to pass on the over-under bet. Okay, so there you have it for the 4 games I made picks for the NBA for November the 18th. Happy betting and see you next time.